Ah yes, welcome back everybody to Flip on the BlitzKraft server, of course. Let's very carefully grab some seeds and maybe 2 stacks of wheat, because what we're going to make today is going to need both of those items. You know what? I'm just being extremely misleading. Excuse me for a minute. There we go. Okay. It's not exactly seeds and wheat that we need. It's what those become in the proper machine. Have you guessed yet? I'll give you a hint. Needs darkness. No? There we go. 1 moistener. That's right, everybody. In due time, this will create for us mycelium. That's right, also known as mushroom dirt. Very simple, very simple. What do you suppose that Flip needs with those? Well, let's type up here. We've only got 9 of them right now. Defiled soul conductors. And of course, we are setting up a player beacon. We're also going to need about, okay, if we're making it level 4, we might need at the most 16 emeralds. Because I figured out today that really how I'm going to get better on this server is simply use everything I have at my disposal to be stronger and stronger. And you know what? Filling out the Ender Compendium is pretty cool. But why don't we also make sure that we can take even less damage from things? So, for that, what we need to do is get some obsidian. That is regular obsidian, not any of this special Eye of Ender stuff. Or rather, hardcore expansion stuff. Okay. No, I think it goes like 1 in the middle, and then 2 mycelium on the end. Do we have enough to make this? I'm really hoping we do. Well, hopefully 2 and a bit stacks is enough. It might not be, because I seriously want the level 3, or I think it only goes up to level 3, to be honest. Player beacon, because, hey, when you're this far in the late game, you really want to make sure you've got it all straight. So I was thinking, out of everything here at our base, I mean, we've got it all, right? Well, we don't exactly need a giant pretty thing in the sky. Why don't I tear the roof off of this, and that's where we're going to put my player beacon. Sounds a little weird, ain't it? But let's just say that I've thought about it at great lengths, and it was the best option. I didn't want to build another temple somewhere. That just seemed like a bad idea. And I've used up quite a lot of room all around my base, and I didn't want to be like, hey, Flip owns the entire biome that the blue team has. That's not fair to anybody. Oops, I think I broke a little bit too much, but that's okay. This should be fine here. I do want it to look good, but at the same time, I definitely don't want anybody to really know it exists, because if they know I've gone into basically soul-defiling magic, it's anyone's guess what the other team will think of me then. I mean, I am. Don't get me wrong. I totally am a despicable rat for doing this. But it's really not that different, right? From anything else we did. Did I drop any down there? I think I did. Oh, well, that's fine. I am, of course, forgetting one crucial component, which is my own head. But as you may or may not know, I actually acquired that a while ago. I want to test out the beheader, and it worked way too well. Okay, so I at least want to make it look good, too, so right now, I don't remember how big it's supposed to be, but at least probably chop that down too. No one ever looks up when they're inside one of these structures. I know I don't, and I'm possibly the only one who does go in these at all. So, I'm thinking it'll work fine. Right? I mean, it's practically its own temple already. Alright. How about I see you once I get a little bit farther along? Alrighty, so actually I have enough probably to build Hannibal a player beacon too, if he ever actually wanted one. And the question of does he want one would probably be, do I actually know how to use this sucker? Well, in that case, let's just start putting emeralds in the player beacon, which will transform them, you'll see, into depleted crystals. It's a good thing I had a full inventory. I didn't realize these things did not stack. Now, what you do with these is I now need light blue, cocoa, green, and red. It's lime, by the way. Lime dye can come from glow shrooms, or just straight up cactus and bone meal. Okay. Well, this is all just to make sure that with the player beacon, we don't end up giving ourselves too many buffs at once, which would actually cause us to take extreme corruption and potion problems and then teleporting us to the end forcefully. We can get back from there now, but let's try to not kill ourselves by accidentally over-corrupting our soul, because that's kind of what we're doing. Alright, so what we're going to need to do here is... I should just look up that recipe again. Crystal, I think it's under there, right? Could be wrong. No, there they are, all 5. Well, there's 4 of them, but there's all 5 recipes. So this is the one for speed, haste, jump boost, and resistance. Well, I know I don't want jump boost ever. So I'm cool with getting 4 of those. Oh, we're out of cactus, aren't we? Oh, good. We've got plenty. All we got is bone meal. I've had to look up quite a few tutorials on how exactly you make these player beacons, and why, and what to do with them. But I have a general idea of what I want. Now, I can already jump as high as I need to, so I don't need to care about the jump boosting one. I'm not even sure if haste would help me right now. But I do want resistance, so I'm going to leave that one fine. And as for speed, I'm pretty good speedy. I'm not really sure, though. I'm willing to get 4 of each right now and put them in and then just kind of play around with what I need to do to get resistance and possibly something else. It is a level 4 beacon after all, so I might be able to get lucky and get more than one effect all the time. But still, this should work. Since I don't need to care about the red one, I think that only goes up 2 levels anyway. Oh, what's wrong there? Light blue dye is just, yeah, bone meal and lapis. Okay. I see. Or at least I expect it only has 2 levels of resistance. We're really going to want to test this out, though, before we go shoving my head, quite literally, into the device. And I'm okay making some extras here. It doesn't cost me nothing. In fact, I kind of want to change them all to a certain color or not, just so that when Hannibal, if he ever wants one, or anyone else on our team wants a player beacon, I'll already know how to do it. Alright. Let's fly back up to the very roof. You can kind of tell on the minimap now that it's, instead of a white temple, it's now black. Not black of darkest night, just black of Whip's soul. Or at least what it's going to become. Alright. So, level 4 player beacon. Now, I don't need to worry about haste. I can already dig super fast with my things, so that's fine. Dandy. I think I made too many, though. This level 4 one only has 3. Yeah, I made too many, but that's okay. Now, I don't want jump boost ever, so that's okay. And assuming I don't want speed, I can take those out again probably later. So this should just give me resistance 2 all the time if I've done this right. Now, it's not going to say resistance 2. Also, to see if I'm getting any corruption, I should put the depleted crystal over my head. Bound of Whip, corruption 0. That's very good. And you'll notice right now I've got the resistance effect. Now, it wouldn't mention resistance 2 because that doesn't exist, but it should be that much. Haste 2 I already have as a result of my gear, I believe. If I took it all off. Yeah, okay. Now the next question I would ask is, am I able to remove one of these crystals? That's jump boost. That's haste. Oh, that's the other thing, though. They take damage. They do take damage over time. So I may need to return. Now it's still not going up, so I'm able to be speedy. Right? Yeah, I am. Okay. What if we took out one more level of Wait, how do you take them out? Do I just mine it? That might not be a good idea. Oh, wait, that's the one with nothing in it. Right, okay. That didn't do anything. Okay, good. So this is the one that's dig, right? So if I took that out, how much corruption are we getting now? None. Oh, now it's going up really fast. Okay. If we put it back in, it might not actually go down. Corruption 110. Wow, that went up fast. Okay, oh boys. All right, well, you know what? I'm down with a level in haste. Or is that speed? And 2 levels in resistance. That's kind of what I was going for. The issue, of course, is that as long as this is in here, all them crystals are taking damage. So before I go off and do anything super cool is when I might want to put my head in it. But until then, I can just kind of leave it here on the side. That I'm cool with, okay? That way I'm not automatically taking damage all over the world. I mean, it's not like this stuff is expensive. They're just emeralds. And now that the laser drill has given us stacks and stacks, or rather just at least one stack of ore, that can then be mined. That's perfectly fine. There's one more thing that I want to test out, though, before I go crazy, which is this defiled soul crystal, which has taken durability damage. What would happen if I was to... Oops. If I was to put that over here in Hannibal's Arcane Reconstructor? Would it work? Oh, wow. Really? I mean, it didn't take a lot of durability damage, I'm sure. But, so you're telling me that just like that, if I want to... Well, I suppose it's not working right now, is it? I don't know why. It should be. I mean, Ars Magica stuff has been here charging forever, and as far as I know, no one else has used it. I'm not entirely sure what all these different nexuses do. But, oh, look, it's done. Ha 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 ha. Oh, that's great. So even after I'm done, like, even after that's been in there for far too long, I can just shove him in his reconstructor if they haven't been destroyed already. The question would be knowing how long it takes for these to take damage. But either way, I've built something pretty cool this episode. At least one cool thing. I guess I'll see you later.